Hey everybody, it's Elizabeth with Barefoot in Bloom. Welcome back to the garden. Today we're in the greenhouse. We're doing another video in the greenhouse winter gardening series. And today we're going to try to grow salad over winter, as well as grow a tomato. So my thing with tomatoes, we love them. We love tomatoes. But when it's off season, we don't like buying them at the store. They taste like, well, my husband calls greenhouse tomatoes. So I decided I'm going to try and grow a tomato plant in my greenhouse, see if it tastes any better. And I mentioned this in another video recently, that ChatGPT was a great help in helping me pick a variety that would be good to try, because we do not like cherry tomatoes. We don't love salad tomatoes. We love regular tomatoes. So what me and ChatGPT settled on was early girl bush variety. Now the bush variety is really important because it's a determined height, the determined amount of flowers, aka fruit, it's going to set. So I needed something that wasn't going to get ginormous in the greenhouse, because my greenhouse is only like 8 by 10, y'all. No, 6 by 8. It's 6 by 8. So I'm going to be growing a tomato in the greenhouse, one tomato plant in the greenhouse, as well as one tomato plant in my office, out of curiosity. And again, you guys know, if you're not new here, what I love about gardening is that we can experiment all the time. And if something doesn't work, we didn't fail. We just learned more. So, and I figure with it in my office, I can really keep an eye on. It'll be fun, because growing in either of these environments, I will have to hand pollinate the tomatoes. So they'll be easier for me to remember. So I'm going to be growing them in 5-gallon cloth fabric bags, which I've never used before. But I'm really excited. In my previous video, we planted potatoes and carrots in 5-gallon grow bags. Those are off to the races. We'll see how they do in the next update video. And in the future update videos, I will update you guys on everything growing in the greenhouse, not just kind of one at a time. Also, this is a reminder that I'm over on TikTok. If you want to see short, quick updates, you can catch them over there. Now for the lettuce, the one I chose to use, because I love Johnny's seeds, they have this romaine lettuce that is a winter density. Now again, I did do some research on this, because I like romaine, but my husband and I prefer iceberg. So I was trying to find an iceberg-like lettuce that was not a head lettuce. It was a cut and come again. And after all my research, this is what I landed on. So I'm hopeful. We'll see. Now, as for the bags I'm going to be planting the salad mixes in, I'm doing 2 because I'm going to succession plant. But I picked up these rectangular bags. This is what they look like. They have this, it's hard to see, it's collapsed, but there's like a divider in there. So you got 2 squares, okay? And so this will sit like this. I will have this on a shelf in here in my greenhouse, so it's kind of warmer, so it's not on the floor. So it's up on a shelf because heat rises. So yeah, so I'm actually only going to prep 1 today, because what I'll do is I'll plant 1 like quarters of the year. Plant Q1 here, Q here 2 in about a week and a half, and then so on and so on with Q3 and 4. So that's my plan. Hopefully I'll stick to the reseeding process, because sometimes I'm not so great at follow through, but you know, the intention is there. So, and the soil I'm using for this is Fox Farm. I've never used them before, but I've only ever heard good things. And I just used it in the other video, and I really love the quality of this. It's expensive. Y'all, it was expensive. Especially I ordered on Amazon. But this is my one time I'm going to try really expensive soil. I've talked about next spring, this spring actually, now it's 26, getting a truckload of mulch and a truckload of compost, which I'm probably still going to do, because if I were to buy like 50 bags of this, Lord, there's no telling how expensive that would be. And my daughter-in-law's father has a business where he does the compost and the mulch and everything. So I can probably get a little bit of a family discount. It's still going to be hundreds of dollars when I have them delivered, which is why I've never done that in seasons past. However, I've just kind of accepted and admitted to myself at this point in my life, I am that crazy gardener who needs a whole truckload. Like I just need. Or I can pretend I'm not, and I can buy 10 bags of mulch at a time for 6 months and spread out the cost make it seem like it's not so much, but I mean, it is that much. I use a lot. So we are trying Fox Farm. So in the process of the winter experimentation, we'll also be reviewing this soil for quality, expectations, moisture, retaining moisture, how the plants do, etc. In a future update videos, I will share with you my fertilizer schedule and everything for growing indoors, in greenhouse, in containers, all of those details. In today's video, we're just going to get these things started. Now, with the tomatoes, I would love to just stick them in the container. However, to give the plants the best chance possible, they need to be in a smaller area, like a seed cell. And I think I'll use this one. This is good. This is, as much as I love gardening, y'all, I forget what sizes these are. I know that this is a 1-inch cell. So this is probably a 4-inch container. We're just guessing here. So anyways, so they do better when you start them somewhere small and the roots can circle for a few weeks, and you get a really nice root system in there. Then you plop it into a 5-gallon container, because if I put that in a 5-gallon container, I don't even know what those roots are going to do. I'm assuming they'll just keep going down and down and down, and then you got a really weak, straggly looking plant. So I will go ahead and fill the soil in the tomato container now, because I brought it all in here. But we're just gonna put the seeds in here and probably just set these on the container, because that'll help with moisture too, to be setting on a surface like soil. No, scratch that. Can't do that. The roots will just reach down. They need to be setting on a shelf so the roots will go around and around. So look at me, always learning from my own self. So yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and put the soil, what am I even saying? There's no point. There's no point. Why am I making myself extra work? I'm not going to put the soil in the container. I'll let the soil live in the greenhouse until it is time. So that's what we're doing. So I am filling my rectangle, my huge one for my salads. I'm going to fill both sides even though I'm planting one, because obviously this is real flimsy. There's no structure. So the soil will help hold it better. And this one is going to actually live on this shelf that I used to work on, one of my working shelves. So let me get set up. Oh, look at this. Okay, made it. Romaine lettuce, winter density. Oh yeah, I'm just planting this one here, okay? So I'm gonna do a trench here and a trench here. I'm just going to do 2 rows because it sounds like they get decently sized heads on them. Although we are doing cut and come again. I think a rogue seed just popped out of there into the bed, but oh well. Now I'm going to double seed these, unlike I did the other things, because I've never grown this before. So I don't know what the germination rate is. So on this row, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seeds going in each, so I'm doing 12 seeds. I only want 2 to 4 plants. Depends on how big they're going to get. So we will be thinning these. And again, like I said, we will be succession planting the other side of the bed. So I do need a marker to remind myself when it was planted. Problem is finding them. Found one. Now can I find my marker? My special marker. Dang. Where are you, bro? I know I saw you recently. Okay. I cannot find my marker to write on these. That's waterproof. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this in the side I planted. Like, boom. There you go. Done. That will remind me planted versus not planted. Last step for today's video is I'm going to start up my tomatoes. Now, if you've never ordered from Eden Brothers before, the thing with their seeds is they're like always like way stuck down in there. Like whenever I was starting flower seeds and I was just going to use like the whole packet, I would actually just carefully cut the whole thing open. So for the tomatoes here, because I want to have 1 plant per container, I'm going to actually put I'm going to do 1 hole, but about 3 seeds. Because again, like I said, I can thin it. I've never grown this variety, so I don't know the germination rate from experience. Package will tell you germination rate, or research will, but I don't know how they'll do it for me. So I put those in there. Basically, I just did a finger hole right in the middle. Got my 3 seeds in there, and all I'm going to do is cover them up. I'm going to mist them lightly. That's how I'm going to water them in. I'm not going to overhead with a water hose. I'm going to do the mist setting. Just mist them. I'm going to set them on a shelf here where there's nothing underneath them, so they can drain well and everything. So here's what we ended up with. We've got this side planted, this side not. And then here are 2 tomato plants, seedlings. We're going to leave here to do their thing. And then, as I said in that last video, potatoes and carrots. And I will lightly water these things in. And from here, it's just waiting and seeing. I'll probably do a greenhouse update like once every 2 weeks. Or when something cool happens, like germination versus thinning versus transplanting. Or fertilizing tips, whatever. So anyway, so if you want to see how these go, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and check out the winter gardening playlist. That's where this video and all future ones will be whenever they come out. And if you're looking for shorter updates, you can find me over on TikTok, where I share just really quick updates on how things are going and nice little calm winter motivational content for gardeners who can't really actively be in the garden. Would love to see you over there too. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. If you're new to my channel, I just want to tell you really quick that I wrote 2 books about gardening that you might find helpful, and I would love it if you would check them out. I wrote the Cottage Garden Handbook and Nature's Top 25 Healing Plants. Both are currently listed on my Etsy shop as a printable digital download, and soon, maybe now, are on Amazon in print. So check them out if you feel like it.